In other news, VR, it's a persistent topic, at least for me. I'm certainly keeping an eye on what's going on there. Having pre-ordered an Oculus Rift, I'm still counting the days and when the hell I get that thing. And I think there's no news there, unfortunately. It doesn't sound like their supply chain things are catching up.
Right.
And companies like HTC are cashing in on that. They've made a lot of hoopla this week about, hey, they're caught up. If you order a HTC Vive now, you're going to get it in like a week or two. So they're not having, obviously, this.
Now, you're going to switch, or would you think of getting the Vive first?
A lot of people that are, right?
Yeah. And Vive with Steam is the primary engagement there, right?
Yeah, and there's the wars going on about what software you can use and people trying to hack it so you can use the Oculus stuff on the Vive and so on. But both ecosystems in terms of software are growing exponentially every day, right? Yeah. Everyone's trying to figure out how to do content, how to do movies, how to do games, how to create totally new learning experiences, all that sort of thing on both platforms.
So Oculus Rift, with the acquisition that Facebook made, they're the ones who seen as the pioneer in this space. Microsoft made an agreement with them. Facebook acquired them, and they're the ones that are being held up as like the pinnacle.
For the most part, people agree that their technology is the best. Their biggest downfall, though, of course, is if it's that hand controller thing that you want, which
and it's tethered. This is a tethered experience. You're not going to be walking.
They're both tethered. They're both relying on that $1,000+ PC that you definitely need to.
$1,000? I thought that was just a video card.
Well, the minimum, right?
Yeah,
it's
so
like $1,500. And
then the other ones is, we did a session on Google Box with your phone, whether it's Android or Windows, and that's something to tie you over, if you will. There's some pretty cool apps. I kind of was skeptical, but playing around with it and what you had and what we did, just some of the apps that you could do is pretty cool. The concerts and whatnot. And then you got Microsoft at the other end with HoloLens, which I think next week they'll make some noise around. It'll be interesting to see what they do, because that will be untethered. And then the one we haven't talked about is the Sony for PlayStation,
which
right?
They're doing really well in terms of the pre-sale.
That's sold out. You can't find that anywhere.
And I think that's important.
And that's going to be very unique.
They had millions of customers already seated there that had half of what they need, right? They have the consoles. So they just need to fork out a little more for those VR headsets. So the war is on, man. And I think all of this is just going to help what really will make determine whether the whole industry is going to survive or not, which is the killer app, the killer content. Right?
I think, again, we talked about this. I think there's lots of applicability for VR. Gaming, yes. Education, manufacturing, hospitality. I just think about the way that
you want a 65 inch TV, but you're in an apartment or whatever. Well, now you have it on your head. Like, it's you're all of a sudden anywhere. You're going to get into telepresence. You're going to get into all those things that truly do immerse you somewhere else. People are going to be getting over fears of heights and freaking out over horror games and stuff that are out there.
That'd be
There's
fun.
some good memes out there.
But what's going to happen? If there's two people that are going to... Right now, there was the split screen, right? So if you do split screen, which I don't think people do as much of as they used to. Yeah. Now you're going to have to get two of these things. You're both sitting there freaking out on the couch. Right?
Social's still got to be figured out for VR. Yeah. Right? They haven't figured out how to just have people communicate and socialize in en masse. But... one step at a time. You just got to get this in more people's hands. And I'm amazed, you mentioned Facebook, all the money. I'm amazed they can't just throw money at this Oculus supply chain problem.
I don't know if they need to. People are going to wait.
I guess. I think if HTC was good in a month or so, they're going to do a sweet deal and drop the price enough that it'll convince a few more people to cancel.
Yeah, it will be a catalyst. it will be a catalyst.
Because it is a bit more. It's a couple $100 more.
Yeah, but even if you throw money at a supply chain, it doesn't solve the supply chain problem, right? You only have so many parts, and you only have so many ways to assemble those parts, and you can speed up the conveyor belt, but that's not going to get you the quality that you need, right?
I suppose. Yeah, it's funny how they're in store and you can watch demos, but you can't buy the thing for 6 months. Yeah. Anyway, so that's VR. Keep on rolling.